Hello, and welcome back to another episode. I didn't know how to start this one, so I tried to do a cool 360 off of the boat here. Yeah, not bad. That was like a 720 or something. Disco horse. Our horse is trying to follow suit. We're buddies like that. So today we are going to pick right back up where we left off, which is, sorry, I don't know if that was too like nauseating to look at. I assume what's happening is the cats are again trying to drag the horse out to sea. They're pretty mean, but they're wild cats still because we don't have the fish to tame them yet. As I was saying, today we are going to jump back into the end right off of the bat here. And whoa, not looking an Enderman as soon as we do. Last episode, we defeated the Ender Dragon with actually some amount of ease. The actual dragon fight went well. And this episode, we are going to start right away. I'm just going to get right to it because I have quite a distance to go, I'm guessing. We're going to start right away by going to one of the end cities and getting some elytra, and more importantly, I guess, for our immediate needs is getting some gold and some iron and other tools and stuff like that, because we're out. This is what what you see is what we have for tools and for ores and all of that good stuff, which is to say we have nothing. In the bundle here we have ingredients for a map. Actually, I am going to go ahead and craft a map right away before we get too far off into the void there. I also want to zoom the map out as far as it can go, although I realize the positioning of the map here is a little awkward, but it'll hopefully be helpful. The reason I'm doing this is because later on, when we've really started to explore the end, not this episode, I'm talking like far-flung future, it'll be helpful to have the end mapped out so we are aware of and can more easily remember which end cities we've already raided and all of that good stuff. Ooh, I just thought of something. I need to, holy crow, there's a lot of Endermen here, which is awesome. Probably because we were already like out into the void, so everything else despawned. I actually forgot one thing, so we're going to run back to the overworld to pick up some gunpowder so we can make some rockets once we actually find an elytra and stuff like that. I want to make sure that we can craft those right away. I don't really have a plan for this episode. My mind is already like buzzing with all kinds of ideas and schemes, like walking back and seeing all of the Endermen bunched up on the island there made me start dreaming up how we're going to do our Enderman farm and all of that good stuff. But first things first, before we get ahead of ourselves, we just need to get this and we can head back into the end. Hello. I don't know if you can hear my real cat meowing at me. Okay, we got what we needed, and now we can continue on our little journey here. Not our little journey, our long journey. I brought as much snow blocks as I could carry, with the intention of I'm not even going to bother with the gateway or any of that stuff. I know that I could to get a jump start on finding an end island, but I thought it would be useful to have sort of a road set up to the end islands and stuff like that. So hopefully this is enough snow blocks to get us there. I'm going to check back in with y'all in however long it takes me to get to an end island. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys in 1,000 blocks or so. Okay, we made it. It only took that many blocks, however many blocks that is. I'll let you do the math. I have toggle to crouch on because I This is a long, that was a long and scary walk, and my pinky finger genuinely started to hurt from holding shift that long. Let me build a little staircase up here. Okay, and with that, nope. Okay, and with that, we have actually made it to the Outer End Islands, which End Highlands, that's the name of this biome. I would not have guessed that in a million years. End Islands, minus the H, I would have guessed that in 0 years. I did make that guess. Anyways, we are just going to continue to head straight east and see if we can't find an end city, because I think that's the most, the best approach here. Hey, we found an end gateway, so that's nice. That'll be easier for us to get home. I wonder, is this the end gateway that we would have popped out of had we used an ender portal, ender pearl earlier? We'll have to, we'll do some testing. This is our coordinates. This is our coordinates here, so we have that marked down for later. Hopefully we'll run into an end city before this map ends. I guess if we don't, we can curve around that way and sort of zigzag our way back and forth until we find one. I have no real plan here other than find the goods. Now, I know for some of y'all it might seem a little goofy what I'm doing, which is charging into the end without any armor or anything else, but this is normally the way I like to play Minecraft. I want to beat the Ender Dragon right away and get the Elytra and get all of the stuff that comes with beating the Ender Dragon, because there's a lot of Minecraft on the other side of that, if that makes sense. So many times I've started to play Minecraft and I've spent a long time in the earlier stages of Minecraft, which is to say, getting full diamond and enchanting everything to protection 4 and all of that good stuff. And then by the time I get to the end and fight the Ender Dragon and all of that stuff, I have the best armor that you can have and I'm completely bubble wrapped up, and that's nice, and it's obviously very helpful if you don't want to die and all of that good stuff, which I don't mind. I don't mind dying and reviving, you know that. But this way, I know we're already off the map, which I said I didn't want to do, but the way that the end islands generated and things like that, this seemed like the most natural way to go. So I'm going to poke around on this island structure to see if I can't find an end city, and then if I don't find one kind of quickly, we'll backtrack and zigzag and do the map thing that we talked about earlier. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, this way, if when we find an end city and start to loot and all of that good stuff, genuinely everything that we find, I will be genuinely excited to find. Any iron, any gold, any diamond tools or diamond armor, I'm going to be pumped to have. Whereas normally if you bubble wrap yourself up and get to the end, you're here for shulker boxes and the elytra, and that's it, which is nice. I mean, those, don't get me wrong, those are both fantastic things to gather up, but this way we can also be excited for the other stuff. We started the zigzag on the map here, and as I was going to this island, I turned around to take a look at where we were and got a glimpse of that, which is super exciting. It's our first end city, so I wanted to I don't know, just bring you along for the ride. I audibly gasped when I turned around and saw this. I wasn't recording at the time because I wasn't expecting to find it. The real question is this? No. Okay, the real question is, does this have an end ship? Because that would be really what we need. And no, it doesn't, which is a bummer. But wait, oh, it does. Okay, that is super exciting. Here's our coordinates. I am nervous. I don't know how to approach this. Oh man, that took a lot of blocks. Our inventory was basically filled with snow blocks, and we just about have run out, which is excellent timing. Okay, I really didn't bring too much in the way of combat items. I brought a bow and a stack of arrows, which we'll use to fight our way through. Let's see if we can't kill these two. That's one down. Oh, I forgot that happens. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Oh no. I am so scared. I'm nervous. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Okay. That is a bummer. That one hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. Normally I'm pretty good at laughing it off and you know, just getting a move on. But that one cut me a little deep. At least I did have the smarts to immediately look at my coordinates after the excitement had sort of subsided, because I was aware that was a strong a strong possibility. We don't have a shield, and again, we don't have any iron to craft a shield. I think that would make a huge difference in fighting the shulkers. We are just going to try to play it a little safer this time when we make our way back. No bueno. Excuse me. Pardon me. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Hello. Oh no. Okay. Is that fine? Did he just fall into the void? I think it's okay. The sound okay, the sound effect sort of Doppler affected away. That was terrifying. I don't know if Endermen can pick up snowblocks and just like put a hole in this road whenever they feel like it. I feel like they won't do that because that would that would probably happen to them. But maybe if I gave them the option of like this block, maybe he'll want to take that. Don't get any funny ideas though, bud. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay. All right. That one I feel nothing about. That one didn't hurt at all. It probably didn't hurt as much because we didn't also lose 67 levels or 68 levels in the process. But I do not want to do that again. So I think this time I'm just going to kind of take it slow and nudge my way past the Endermen every time I run into them on the road here. Eventually we'll widen this road and put a rail down or something to make it to where they can't spawn here. But in the meantime, between time, we'll just do the trusty shift and nudge method. That'll be all right. Okay, we have finally made our way most of the way. I'm already nervous now that I'm talking and like sort of multitasking again. Made our way mostly back to the islands there. Oh, you can just kind of run through them. I didn't know that. Seems dangerous. I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like they can knock me off and into the void if they just so happen to walk when I walk past them. Oh no. Now I have to walk. We're out of food. I should have packed differently. It's a long walk back that way, and I'm tempted to jump into the void and reset my hunger and pack differently. But I remembered we can just eat chorus fruit. It's not the most nutritious food in Minecraft, but it'll get the job done. We'll just pick up a few more of these and keep heading on our way. I don't really remember the path that we used to get to that island, but there's going to be little snow walkways that we need to take somewhere. I'm just going to try and retrace my steps over that way. Also, I realized earlier when I was editing some of the video together that there's an end gateway there and there's an end gateway there, which is weird, right? Isn't that weird? I wonder if either of these are going to be the ones that link up to the one that we generated on the end island, or do those just generate new end gateways somewhere else? I have no idea. I know that there's up to 20 that we can generate on the end island from killing the ender dragon 20 times, but I don't know if the 20 that we have to generate will are already predestined to link up with the ones out here. They're like soulbound to those, or whatever the term would be. My guess is that they're going to generate new end gateways sort of in a circular pattern around the end island. It would be strange for two of them to bring us to essentially, like 30 blocks apart. Is this? This isn't it. I don't know what... I think this is a different end ship. No, I guess this is it. I just took a completely different route to get here last time. I must have gone more this way and swung back around. Okay, we just made it back, and it looks like our stuff has not despawned yet, which is awesome. Not that there's too much here. Mainly I wanted... I was worried about these snow blocks disappearing because I want to approach this a little differently. Ooh, spooky noises. Oh no, I just looked at an Enderman. Oh man, I don't want to do this. Ooh, what's the best way to do this? Stand here? Yeah, okay. Let me let me collect my thoughts for a second. Okay. All right, let's not look at Enderman. I did not find my bow just now. Let me see if that is somewhere out here still. It is. Awesome. I also realized on the walk back over here, I was complaining about not having a shield to deal with the shulker shells. If only there was an item in the game that could somehow teleport you back down to the floor after you've taken a shulker bullet. Oh, that's right, there is. It's the chorus root. It's growing everywhere in the end, almost as if it were designed and intended for that exact purpose. So that was a little goofy on my part there. I am super nervous about this though. I'm still not prepared for this endeavor. Okay, and with that, we have successfully cleared out our first room. I'm almost out of arrows completely, so I'm definitely going to need to at least make a trip back home if I'm going to continue to raid this end city. But very excitingly, we found our first loot chest here, so let's see what we have. A sword, sharpness 2. I'm not stoked on that. I was hoping for something else maybe, but a sword actually we'll take that. We need that. Maybe we don't need the arrows to continue on here. Also, excitingly, an ender chest, which we surprisingly have not constructed yet. I will just leave this here for now because obviously we don't have silk touch. Actually, we can take advantage of this now, and I'm gonna leave my shulker shells and that saddle in there, I guess, just so they are safe. So now, mission officially sort of a success, no matter what happens moving forward. Okay, and next up, I think we are just gonna make our way straight over to the end ship there because I'm very nervous and I don't want to die. So I just want to try and rip that band-aid off. But now that we have this diamond sword, I mean, what's there to be afraid of? No, no, no. Oh, no, no. That is a bummer. Death. Death is there to be afraid of, to answer my earlier question. Okay. That's what I was trying to do the first time. And even though I did just have to do the long, shameful walk back home, or back to here rather, I still forgot to bring more arrows, which is fine. We have this diamond sword, so what do we have to be afraid of? We also have this Fire Protection 3, Unbreaking 3 chestplate. I am just trying to beeline it to the end ship because I think if we have an elytra, we'll have a little bit of an easier time. I say that as I pivot away from the end ship to kill this shulker. This will allow us to get a lot more shulker shells and all of the good stuff that we need. Oh man, this is a big moment. I'm pumped to finally, after all of these episodes, get an elytra. And hey, we got the gold. That's what we can. And the iron. New meta. I said it. And Fortune 3 pick, Curse of Vanishing. But Fortune 3, that's not bad. We'll take that too. Yeah, most people, they come to the End City for the Elytra. Not me. I'm here for the gold and the iron, and that's it. We're happy. We're good to go. We can leave. We can head back home. No, of course, I am also here for the Elytra, and actually, I didn't even think about this, item frames. that's actually kind of huge, because it's a pain to get leather, so that's helpful. For some reason, I thought that there was an ender chest that spawned on the end ship as well. Unfortunately, I've left the ingredients for the rockets in the ender chest, but I'm gonna try to break this and then catch it in midair, and then without rockets, coast on. Oh yeah, easy, no problem. Coast on over to the end city here. That is so cool. I'm so stoked on that. Okay, we found them. So now we have a decent amount of rockets, which is awesome. We'll put most of those up. I don't want to do too much flying while we're out here because, as you can see, our durability on the Elytra is already wearing kind of thin just from our initial flight there. But, I mean, how can you not want to fly right away when you get to these things? I haven't messed around with the shulker duping too much, but it is great. I've just been in this one room trying to clear it out for quite some time now, and the shulkers keep duplicating themselves by hitting themselves. Eventually, we'll probably set up some sort of shulker farm, but this isn't too bad. I'm sure if we clear out the end city here, we'll have plenty of shulker shells, and then obviously there's many more end cities around, but eventually I think it would be cool to have some sort of a shulker farm built in the end so we can, you know, take advantage of that. Whoa, okay. This is going all right. Having the Elytra and realizing the game mechanics of what Chorus Fruit do, or remembering, I guess, has made a big difference. No. I think we got it. Maybe we got it. At least we didn't die into the void. That's the important thing. As I've been tackling this, I think the easiest way for me to go about it is just to pick the tallest tower and make it obvious that I've sort of been there by taking the lights and just generally destroying the place. Eventually, one day, we'll probably come back to this end city or another one with a beacon and collect up all of the blocks, because this is probably the easiest way to farm purple and all of that good stuff. Whoa. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness, my heart rate actually went up just now. Okay, this room was super hard to clear out for whatever reason. As you can hear, I still haven't totally cleared it out, but I wanted to bring you along for this. Nice. Our first pair of diamond boots. That's pretty exciting, and honestly, what I would want most in this situation, because I'm far enough into this end raiding trip now that another death would it would cut kind of deep. I don't want that to happen. I'm done walking. Okay, I think I'm gonna double check these last few rooms to make sure that I'm not missing any. But I believe we are plumb out of shulkers here, which not too bad. We got a decent amount of shells and stuff. I'll have to find an ender chest to get completely accurate counting. All right, we're up to 25 shulker shells, which is not too shabby. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that we didn't find more like general loot. I think instead of going straight back home, which is that way, we're going to risk it, and we're going to fly this way just in a straight line to see if we can't find another end city. I don't want to go crazy here. I only have 43 rockets. I don't have mending or unbreaking, but it would be really, really cool if we could get a spare elytra right now, because, well, you know me. I'm probably going to die this episode and the time that we have left, or maybe definitely next episode sometime. And whenever that happens, I really, really would like it if we didn't get, totally set back. So if we could find a backup elytra, then we'd be really set. I'd feel very comfortable leaving the end and not coming back here for a while until I'm going to make a big excursion out of it. Oh, and we actually did find an end city. Let's see if there's a ship here. No, it doesn't look like it. This is a pretty small end city, so I think I am still going to stop and try and get a few more shulker shells and some loot, even though there's not an elytra here. This is a good example, though, although you can't really see it with my icon being here and this end city being as small as it is. But you can see in this area where that little purple splotch is on the map, that shows the first end city that we went to. So this is why we make the map, because now we know that end city we've already been to and it's been fully looted. There's not a reason to go back there unless we're trying to collect up all the end rods and purpur and all that. I don't know if this layout will actually generate any loot boxes, because I think it needs a slightly bigger room. There might be one down there or something like that. But we are still going to just take the time to slay some shulker boxes. Shulkers, that's all they're called. To get some more shulker shells. I'd like to have 32 shulker shells when we leave, so we can have 16 shulker boxes, one for each die. If we have any more than that, that's awesome. Eventually, obviously, we're going to need a lot more than that, but that would be a really, really good jump start to our organization and storage solution. And you know what? Actually, I am going to leave this end city as it is. There's a few more shulkers left there that we could collect, but I want to have an end city that I know... Hey, cool, an end gateway. Excellent. I want to have an end city, another end gateway, so they do generate, like, weirdly close to each other. Anyways, what I was saying is... I would like to have an end city nearby that I know has a shulker box in. So if we go to make a shulker farm in the far-flung future, we can just go there to get the shulkers that we need to transport to duplicate. And I am already off the map again, so I'm just going to head back. Actually, nice. Okay, we're going to head back and run into the final end city that we're going to be raiding in today's episode. Let's just jump right to the good stuff and kill this shulker together. I'll keep talking so I can keep this whole clip in, and we'll break this, and we're going to go get, that's right, another item frame, which is sick. We don't need the shulker shell. All right, we got sharpness 4 diamond sword and also some more pants, shovel, curse of vanishing, but still a shovel, some gold horse armor, and a little bit more gold, which is awesome. I didn't mean to go off of the map, but I am glad we did. There's our coordinates, so we can remember where this place is when we come back to do some more raiding. I think I am just going to call it. I'm going to find really quickly. I'm going to loot the chests that are here, and nice. I don't really love thorns, actually, as far as enchantments go, but I'll loot the chests that we have left in this city, and then I think I'm just going to make my way back home, because this is a successful trip. We have 31 shells. Okay, awesome. I will collect a couple more shells, and we'll be good. I just need to collect one more shell, and we have gotten what we've come here for, and here it is right here, the last shell that we need. Oh, of course he's going to teleport away. He's probably going to kill us, because that's typical for our experience in the Let's Play here. Oh my goodness. I'm not actually going to die, am I? No. Oh, there's two. That's why there's two in here. That's why I'm getting hit as much as I am. And you didn't drop the last shell that we needed, but you will, right? Right. And there we go. Okay, awesome. Alright, and with that, I will switch off of the worn out elytra. We'll put on the good elytra, and we will just make our way, we're going to make our way back home, whichever direction that is, which is like, I don't know, actually. Let's see, let me think here. I came east and then south, so I need to go northwest. Northwest. I need to go that direction. Okay, let's see if we can. I'm just going to fly home because I'm, oh, wait, no, we don't need to fly home. We can use one of these end gateways here. I'm going to fly into the end gateway if we can, just because that'll be kind of snazzy. Nice. Did we? Okay, yeah, we did. And it took us back home, which is awesome. Actually, I want to try, let's just test this while we're here. And no, that generated a completely new gateway, not to the east of our map. So good to know. That's some science done. We're just gonna hop back in this and head home. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe, well, I can believe it. We did it. And you know what? Honestly, the way that we did it, dying 4 times, is like, you know, pretty par for the course, but that's awesome. We're going to sleep in our bed, kind of save our place here. We did it. We have an elytra. We have shulker shells. Actually, let's go ahead and craft some of those up. Unfortunately, actually, it seems like we left our all of our shulker shells in our ender chest, which we cannot craft right now because we don't have all of this stuff. But that's fine. That just gives us something to do next episode. And before we finished up this episode, I just wanted to take advantage of our newfound wings and fly high above the world. Whoa, this looks crazy just with all of the, you know, being up at this cloud height. This is awesome. But yeah, we'll just, we know what we're going to do at the start of next episode. I'm burning through all of our rockets. At the start of next episode, we can, oh my goodness. See, this is why there's going to be no more of these random, like, terrible pillars that we have to make in our world, because we have the power of flight. So that'll make it a little easier when we go to collect more powdered snow and things like that. But anyways, before I blabber on, this episode has already gone on long enough, so I'm just going to wrap it up for here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the in the next one. Bye.